about him.
Hilarious. Well, someone who's not going to be quitting their day job is Dave Chappelle, although people have tried to cancel him. We have another update on him. Now, following various critics voicing their opinion and pressuring Netflix to remove Chappelle's special, Netflix has finally issued a stance on the award-winning comedian's last stand-up special, The Closer. According to reports, Netflix sent a memo to employees confirming they will not be removing The Closer or ending its long-standing relationship with Dave Chappelle. Ladies, what do y'all think?
I love it. I love that they stood up for him, and comedy is comedy. But here's the thing. You find truth in comedy, and comedians have always been able to get away with that. And I think we got to have some type of way to be able to let our voice be heard and them not shut down every damn thing every time somebody is saying something that's true.
We're just living in a ultra hype, sensitivity era right now, where like everyone is just looking for a moment to, oh, you offended me, and I can't believe you said that, and cancel them. This, the cancel culture, can't rule everything. Comedians have always been controversial. Comedians will always put things in your face. I actually saw a transgender on CNN who she says she has 3 fights in this whole thing, but she's like, I'm a comedian, I'm transgender, I'm part of the LGBTQ plus community, and that she was like, it was comedy, and she says in comedy, as Lisa Ray just said, there's truth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Selena, what do you think about this?
I agree with Lisa Ray and Vivica Fox. I mean, but I just feel like I watched the special, The Closer, and I didn't see the big. I think that he put it out there so much that it wasn't even offensive to me. Now I'm not transgender, so I can't speak on how a transgender would feel, but it seemed more apologetic and more transparent than anything. I think he really addressed some of the issues about, the things that he said in the past. And I think that he really made amends, something that most comedians wouldn't even do. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was very classy with it. And I thought he was still able to be funny in himself. Yes. But, it's interesting because he could say BITCH, NIGGA, talk about Black people, talk about special needs, people, talk about call women bitches, all kind of stuff, and no one says a word. But when he said, says something that could be offensive to the LGBTQIA plus community, then it's this big uproar. And that's not the first time that's happened just with him. I mean, it happens a lot with a lot of people, He even mentioned DaBaby when he was like, in the special, he was like, DaBaby shot a man and killed him in the Walmart in North Carolina. And no one said anything. Like, he was like, you could Google it. It's true. I didn't even know. He was like, he killed a person and it didn't hurt his career. Personally, I think what DaBaby said was stupid because he went to the AIDS and all that. So that was kind of dumb. But the point he was trying to make was, what's not good for the goose is not good for the gander. Like, it's very contradicting. It's very one-sided in terms of the LGBTQ plus community.
It happens a lot. And, again, I have to keep going back to no one has a problem calling Black women names, calling women names. And here's my thing. If we want equal rights, it's equal rights, including in comedy. Like, you're going to come for all of us. Yeah. And I also don't want to tell anyone like what they can or cannot be offended about, because I think that's wrong too, right? We don't have the right to say, hey, you shouldn't be offended. But if you are going to be offended, I just want to say this one thing before we move on. At least have seen the special before you know what you're being mad at, because some people haven't.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
look at it first. You might think differently once you see it, because people are commenting on it and then saying, "Well, I didn't even see it." Well, don't look at the clips. The clips are not giving you the whole picture.
Exactly.
And if you want on every topic, you're not limited now. You're included, and you're not off limits to the jokes and the probing, because that's comedy. It talks to the truth.
They've been talking about people for years, all comedians. They've been going in on all types of people, all walks of life. Ricky Smiley does a full bit about, I think, a special needs kid. Like, I think he does a full bit on that. He talks about old people. That could be ageism. But he talks about people that be in this church. This is just something, he's becoming a character. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a fine line. But you're right, Claudia. You absolutely can't be like, well, you shouldn't be offended because you're not transgender or you're not part of the LGBTQ community. But I have friends who are, and they're not offended. So I don't know. I mean, I just don't know.
Well, if we, if we're gonna give them that same grace, you can't tell us not to be offended if you call us fish, because I don't think that's cute either. We can go and find a lot of things. Like
there's a laundry list.
You can't call someone short anymore. You can't say someone is chunky. You got to be like they're vertically challenged.
Talk about people's edges. You can't talk about.
What that song that came out about short people got no reason.
Oh, that song, yeah.
That was so offensive. It was almost like, what are they saying? It was such a catchy tune that you would
talk about midgets.
Yeah, right.
Oh, can't say the M word, Selena.
I'm just saying that's what they are. They are midgets.
Because they say everything. You know what I don't like? They make every not they like. Well, yeah, they. Oh, can't even say they. Everything is like, well, that's like the N word to us. No, people say about the word that.
Oh, to make it
you've been beat, burned, take 400 years of slavery. Like, let's not do that. We not doing that. Now, what we're not gonna do is compare Black people's oppression to anybody's oppression. I don't give a shit who you are. Not even nobody's oppression. Only people that can go mirror us is the Jewish community. Genocide. Anybody else? Peace out. I don't want to hear it.
That's right.
Don't mirror your oppression with us.